As President Joe Biden returned to the White House today, he was asked about a key trip that a couple of his top cabinet members just took to Ukraine. White House correspondent Owen Jensen reports. Owen?
Tracy, President Biden told reporters today it went good. He was referring to Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austen meeting with Ukraine's president this past weekend. Now, today, President Biden nominated an ambassador to Ukraine, and American diplomats are heading back to Kyiv, the capital, of course, of Ukraine. Still, the war goes on.
On his way back to the White House this morning from Delaware, President Joe Biden met briefly with reporters.
Hey, Mr. President, did you speak with Secretary Blinken or Secretary Austen after their trip to Ukraine?
We're going to be doing that now.
It was a trip shrouded in secrecy. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austen meeting face-to-face with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenksyy, the highest-level American visit to the capital, Kyiv, since Russia invaded in late February.
You getting any work out of this guy?
Secretary Blinken told reporters in Poland afterwards it was an important moment to be there to show U.S. support for Ukraine, and he slammed Russia.
Russia has sought as its principal aim to totally subjugate Ukraine, to take away its sovereignty, to take away its independence. That has failed.
Meanwhile, President Biden is remembering Orrin Hatch, the president releasing a statement. Senator Hatch was also a man of deep faith, a gentle soul who wrote songs and poems and shared them with friends, colleagues, and the world. This was the Orrin who looked out for the people who often didn't have a voice in our laws, in our country. I saw this in his efforts to pass the Americans with Disabilities Act and the Children's Health Insurance Program. Meanwhile, at the White House this afternoon, the NHL champion Tampa Bay Lightning honored for their success on the ice.
At the risk of stating the obvious here, it's a pretty good time to be a sports fan in Tampa.
And separately tonight, it's estimated by the year 2024 there will be more than 2 million drones flying around the United States. And tonight, the Biden administration is asking Congress to better track and monitor those drones to counter any nefarious or potentially malicious activities. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.